Warm welcome to all the teachers and students who are viewing this presentation. We, the students of Group 10 of Ameen Medical College, have put up an effort to work on a project regarding the COVID crisis. Moving on to the first topic, which is known as the history of coronavirus. For history, what does this COVID-19 mean? So here it is, and we should not get confused with the common misconception from social media as Chinese originated virus in December 2019. The proper history of coronavirus was found in 1930 by Arthur Chalk and MC Horn in Chickens and Birds, but the proper human coronavirus history was found in 1964 by Dr. June Almeida. These are the types of coronavirus till date. These are of 7 strains, and the last 3 have been pandemic in the few years. The first one, severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is also known as SARS, founded in 2002 in Guangdong province of South China, affecting 26 countries, killing 800 people and infecting 8,000 people worldwide. One is Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, also known as MERS, founded in 2012 in Saudi Arabia, affecting 27 countries, killing 850 people and infecting 2,500 people worldwide. One also is known as SARS-CoV-2, also known as 2019 novel coronavirus, founded in 2019 in Wuhan in China, but the stats are not exactly known because many people have died, recovered, and some people have also been infected a lot in different countries. On to the second topic, which is known as the scenario at world, country, and state level. You can see in this graph there are different spikes of different colors which correspond to the different countries worldwide. The top 3 most affected countries are USA, Brazil, and India. The graph which shows the economic growth percent which is hampered in different countries. The last 4-5 countries in the graph are most affected by the pandemic. You can see in this graph, this is the recovery rate of different countries throughout the world. India stands at the 5th position at the rate of 28.8%. To the country level, you can see in the southern part of India, most COVID cases are there as the color is densely in this graph. As you can see now, India had crossed 10 lakh cases on 17 July. And according to the stats on the left side, if you compare the total cases and recovered, you can tell that the recovery rate is above 50%. Now seeing this graph, India new cases versus new recoveries, you can see that the recoveries bar is touching the new cases, which we can tell that the recoveries are on a higher percentage. State level, you can tell that northern part of Karnataka is more affected than southern part, and the 3 most affected districts are given. In this picture, you can get to know that the different recovery states in different districts, and Yadgiri is highest with 87.8%. Moving on to the third topic, which is known as the pathophysiology of coronavirus. First, going to the structure, A is known as the microscopic view, and B is known as the structural view, in which S is the spike protein and M is the membrane protein. The pathogenesis of this is the transmission of SARS-CoV-2 by the air droplet of infected person, and then the virus enters the alveoli to trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles. The pig which depicts that the virus is attached to the ACE2 receptor with the help of spike protein. And finally, when the virus enters inside a blood vessel, this is a flowchart representing how the virus multiplies itself inside a body. And dyspnea may be a cause, or can be a symptom of a person who is suffering from COVID-19, and here's a flowchart for it. And here's the epidemiology of COVID-19, in which 80% cases are mild, 5% are critical, and 15% are severe. Risk factors of COVID-19, in which how the diseases contribute to the patients who are affected with COVID-19, and the graph speaks about it. And here's a mortality estimation based on the age and diseases. Moving on to the fourth topic, which is known as the symptoms of COVID-19. Fever, dry cough, and tiredness are some of the major symptoms which can be experienced by the patient if he has COVID-19. COVID-19 can be differentiated into 3 types. It can be also most common, less common, or serious, or mild, severe, and critical. And so here are these symptoms which differentiate each of these different cases. Coronavirus, flu, cold, or allergies. If you have a fever, yes or no. Yes or no if you have shortness of breath, or if you have itchy eyes. Again, yes or no. So these are the symptoms which have been listed here. If you have itchy eyes or if you have shortness of breath, you can just confirm in this. But these are the common symptoms which may vary from person to person. Only a doctor can give you diagnosis. You can't judge if you have COVID-19 based on these symptoms. So by seeing all these articles in this newspaper, the only thing which comes in mind is how did this happen? The reason is tests. COVID-19. First one is molecular test, RT-PCR. Second, antibody test, serology test. Third one is the timer related test included in serology category. First one is RT-PCR. which is there, steps are there, and addition of rope. The report is prepared depending upon the rate of indications of fluorescence. So as you see in this last picture, there's positive and negative on the graph. You can see the yellow color line, which indicates that it's a positive report. Second one is the antigen test, also known as rapid antigen test. The first pic which I've put, it is the rapid antigen test, and the procedure I've explained clearly in this. So IgM and IgG, based on those antigen, the result is declared. But the drawback is that sometimes it might show false result and it can't differentiate between COVID-1 and COVID-2. And this is the summary of different types of coronavirus tests. You can just have a look. The last one, it is known as the D-dimer related test. D-dimers are characteristic degeneration products of cross-linked fibrin, prolongation of growth time, eventually leading to decrease in the level of fibrinogen. Reason is because lupus-like inhibitors reported in COVID patient lungs. Moving on to problems to solution, the vaccine trials. Many big companies are on a run for finding the first vaccine of COVID-19. If we see country-wise first, we'll go on to USA. They have already begun delivering doses of the COVID-19 drug, which is known as remdesivir, a broad-spectrum antiviral medication. China, the country where the first outbreak took place, have received positive results from animal trials of potential COVID-19 vaccine. And the institute which is being run on this is Beijing-based Sinovac Biotech. Secondly, apart from vaccine created by Sinovac, Chinese scientists have other potential COVID-19 vaccine in human trial. This is one from Chinese military in collaboration with Tianjin-based Casino Biologics, and second on China National Biotech GP Casino. The second one is United Kingdom, in which AstraZeneca and Oxford University have found a COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine is called AZD1222. Lastly, coming to India, the first vaccine developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech is known as Covaxin, and they have got the nod to go for clinical trials of phase 1 and phase 2. Clinical trials of phase 1 and phase 2 will be conducted in AIIMS from 28th July, and the other trial vaccine in India is Zydus Cadira's Zycov-D. Moving on to the seventh topic, prevention and control measures. So the first thing is wearing of face mask in a proper way and also using of face shield as when required. One is maintaining of social distances at least 6 feet between each person. One would be wash your hands often with sanitizer or with hand wash every time when you cough or sneeze. And the fourth one is do not touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, as these are entryway for virus into the body. Clean and disinfect frequently, touch surfaces like doorknobs, tables, etc. And the sixth one is immediate isolation of the affected person as well as the primary contact is to be done, and the proper management of biomedical waste. The last one, these are the tips to prevent coronavirus transmission. Moving on to the last topic, which is known as the corona warriors. The unsung heroes of society are known as the corona warriors. Let's see in detail who are these people. Doctors and healthcare workers. These are endangering their lives to save others' lives. Nurses, ASHA workers, pathologists, paramedics are also helping in assisting these people. Secondly, media people for info and bureaucracy for tracking and helping the public. Thirdly is the police force as a control task for handling the situation. Volunteers for supporting the other corona warriors and creating awareness about the virus spreading and guiding to take the safety measures. The NGOs, the people who are giving their places to convert into quarantine centers, and most importantly the plasma donors who are also considered as corona warriors because they save another life. Coming to the last topic, which is known as the group motivational message. Take this time as an opportunity to change yourself and also bring out your potential in the maximum way as possible. Talk to others, keep in touch with them, and take care of everyone. Do not discredit anyone irrespective of anything, which is known as humanity. What can we do? Try recalling studies, have a walk somewhere in the garden or terrace, try box breathing, have a conversation with your loved ones. Struggles. Everyone has struggle in this lockdown, but be grateful for what you have. Try comparing others who don't have anything as much you have. Finally, stay positive. And I would like to conclude by saying our condition isn't our conclusion. So stay blessed, stay safe, and stay happy.